Hello, hello. Oh my gosh, I'm trying to get everything all finagled here on my computer. Hi, how is everybody tonight? So happy that you all could make it on. For with me and Mandy, Stephanie and Joel are in Paris at the It Works event. Who else is envious? Raise their hand. Who else wishes that they were in Paris with them? I know I do. Goals. That will be our goals. Um, okay, so we want to talk about a few things. I can't even remember what the heck. My mind is just like, oh my gosh, do you ever feel like sometimes you're just trying to do so many things and it's just like that mom brain? Um, but yeah, Stephanie had titled the Zoom to about kind of valleys and peaks and all of that. Um, and me and Mandy kind of didn't even title it that, which it was so weird. And we were trying to figure out what to talk about, and it just all of a sudden came to us. Um, I know myself and both of us, and I know so many of us, sometimes we're feeling, I don't know, like a little hopeless in a way. Um, and I've been feeling like that lately, and I've been doing all of the things lately. I'm like, what is wrong? Like, what am I supposed to do? But then I keep on reminding myself, when I want to give up, is that I know that God didn't bring me this far, just to quit and give up. And that's not an option. Um, I would never be led to a place and go like literally just far enough in just leads you and basically be in a desert. But that's kind of sometimes how we feel like we're just in that desert all by ourselves, like, hey, I'm here, help me. Um, but to get out of that, it takes having faith in knowing that whatever valley you're going through, it's okay. And in life, we've been through so many valleys and mountains and good and bads before. And every single time that you've been through something not ideal and not great, you always make it through somehow. There's never been a time that you haven't made it through. Um, God doesn't leave us stranded. So I need to remind myself that a lot. Sometimes multiple times a day. Sometimes I'm like feeling good, and then you're feeling good and great, and then you're just like it like just hits you. Um, and I was kind of reminded this last week. I was reading my devotional, and it said that sometimes we need to speak to others because like the like rerun playing over in your head, that those are just not good things that are just trying like self-sabotaging things. You got to speak to somebody else, and some, whether it's a friend, a sideline, your upline, somebody even higher, because I guarantee you a lot of people like would think that you're fine. Like they would think that there's if and I know myself as a leader, like if somebody doesn't say anything to me, like I don't know. So we got to remind ourselves that, like, if we don't say anything to anybody, we don't know. And sometimes it's hard being vulnerable. Like I don't like being vulnerable. Um, and um, with all of this too going on, I know I've been struggling with signing distributors. I actually finally signed one today. Um, but I've been really struggling these past few months. But I'm doing all of the things to sign distributors that I need to be doing. Um, and I just like pretty much a lot yesterday and then a lot today. I was just thinking like, okay, maybe I'm not enrolling them because like I can't like not that I can't be trusted, but like you're not at a point yet that you're ready to be your best self for those people. Because I know I wouldn't want this great, amazing person to be sent to me and me like totally not ready and let them down. Um, so God's just waiting for you to get ready so he can put these people in your lives that you asked for. And it was like just really, really crazy because I literally just like hours before, I was just like, okay, I need to stop. I sent out like hundreds of messages, like super discouraging. And I'm like, okay, just like do whatever I need to do. Like just yeah. And I don't know, it was just kind of crazy. And then I had up a post and somebody who's a customer commented, and then she signed up and we had talked a few times before. Um, so sometimes to get that like trust in those people that you need, it takes having faith. But it also takes being consistent in our business, even when we're feeling kind of hopeless. And it just requires us to lean on God, lean on the universe, or whatever you believe in, just to lean in a little bit and know that um, you're not alone. But it's not possible for you to achieve this all. Um, alone on I know for myself, like on the level that I want to make an impact and a difference, like there's no way I can do all of it on myself on my own. Like yeah, I can't do it on my own. So sometimes we just need to slow down. Um, for me, this past week it's been slowing down, praying. I've been getting on top of reading my morning devotional and journaling, and sometimes it's like mornings can be so crazy, and especially I know there's lots of moms on here. um it can be crazy sometimes and things just come up. But the days that I haven't been able to do it, my days I definitely notice the difference. So I just need to keep on reminding myself to be consistent with it. And one of my favorite things to do is like if you read the Bible, like just open up to whatever page, and like sometimes it's crazy, like you just or even a book, like if you are reading like a really good book or an inspirational book or something, you just like open up to a random page. It's so crazy. Um, yes, you do, Christina. It's so crazy how just like what you need to hear is there. Um, what else do I have written down? I wrote down so many notes. Me and Mandy were talking and we were like, I don't know what to say. I don't know what to talk about. And then we were taught, and then I was talking to her, and as I was doing the voice, I'm like, oh my God, I just signed distribute. And then I just like started typing all these notes. Um, so I'm just, oh my gosh. So this person that is a distributor that signed up is somebody that came from a post that I've been doing. But lately, I've been leaning into reels because last week I talked to Steph and I was like, I I don't like know what I'm not doing. Like I'm posting and I'm doing my stories and all that. She told me, she's like, you need to do reels. But then today I was like, okay, I've been doing so many reels, but I haven't been doing posts. And it's kind of, we need to remind ourselves that we need to do all the things. Like we can't just post and not do video, but we can't just do video and not post, and we can't do those things but not message. So I put up a post, and then that person commented on the post. Um, but it's so important to make sure that we're posting, but it's also so important to make sure that we're doing reels and make sure that we're doing videos. I know I don't love to have to do videos, and it's sometimes time consuming to edit them or tweak them or whatever, but it's definitely such a game changer. And what I've been actually doing is I really present in my stories. In my stories, I've just been saving them and repurposing them as my reels. Um, because if you think about it, when you look at someone else's page, do you go to their news feed and look at their posts that they've posted? Most likely no. You go to their reels or their videos or photos and want to see those things. And then if something catches your eye, you're going to read more into it. Or even if you go into social media now and you click on someone's page, it brings you right to the videos and the reels now, not even people's news feeds. Um, so we need to kind of, for me, it's been having to shift because people are looking at that and not so much my news feed. Um, and hold on, what else did it? Yeah, so even for me, like if I'm going through and I see someone's reel. I was doing it last night. I was up till like 12 a.m. just scrolling reels, even though I shouldn't have been. Um, but do you ever see like someone's reel or video that catches your eye, and then next thing you notice, like you've gone through like 10, 20 of their videos, and then you just keep on scrolling, and then you're like, whoa, okay, I just got lost in the pit. Um, but then those people that you had never seen their videos before, they keep on coming back up on your feed. Um, and you don't click to follow them because you don't like you just stumbled across them, so you're not going to follow them right away, but they're going to keep on showing up on your feed and you're going to keep on watching them. But then eventually you're going to go to their page yourself. I literally, I'm saying this because this is what I'm doing with other people's videos that I'm seeing. You're going to go to their page yourself because you're going to be like, I haven't seen a video from them in like a day. And look, and then you're going to end up following that person. And that's how literally it's working right now. So we need to remind ourselves like that's what we need to do for ourselves because that's what we're doing. And that's what kind of social media is now and how the algorithm is and all of that. Um, so yes, it is just the shift. Sometimes it's uncomfortable, but it is much, much needed to do the shift. But in it all, we need to message also. Messaging is the most important part. So make sure you're not forgetting that also. Um, and it can be sometimes discouraging when we're messaging. I got blocked on Messenger like 45 minutes ago because I've sent out so many messages today. Um, but it all it takes is that one yes. So I was thinking too, I'm like, I wish more people like signed up and said yes. And then I'm thinking like, geez, like imagine if you messaged 100 people and all of them signed up. Like it would be good, but being realistic, wouldn't that kind of suck? Wouldn't that be like really overwhelming if every single person you just messaged like all just wanted like that would be really overwhelming. And you wouldn't be ready for all these people, and probably all these people wouldn't be ready for you. Um, so it's just keeping on going and just waiting for that next yes and kind of going for the no. Because when people are telling me no, I'm like, yes, they just told me no. Thank goodness. Thank God. They just told me no. But then waiting for that yes also because you're going to get the yes. You're gonna get exactly what and you need and who you need at exactly the right time when you need them. So don't get discouraged if you're not getting that volume. Like sometimes like you don't get that end of month volume and you're just stressing about it. And I was thinking at the end of this past month, like, that's okay. Like, that's just going to be more volume I'm going to get for next month. Like, this volume I would have got that I would have wanted, like, this is going to help me next month because I'm going to get that volume. And that person, like, I'm going to get them. So just keeping on going for no, don't get discouraged um and just kind of have faith and believe. And I know people have been messaging. I haven't even been literally reading any of the comments because I've just been in my zone. Okay, but I know me and Mandy, we were just like, we're gonna speak from our heart tonight. We didn't really have much of a plan. It was kind of last minute, but it was kind of weird because we both this morning we like oddly thought in our each of our minds that Steph was going to ask us to do the Zoom. And like, I was doing laundry this morning and thought about like, oh, like Steph hasn't posted about the Zoom. I wonder if she's doing it. Or, oh, maybe she'll ask somebody. Maybe she's going to ask me to do it. And then she asked us. So everything always works. And maybe I manifested it. Um, but okay. Yes. All right, Mandy, you're up. And hopefully I fired you up for what you need.
I love it. Yes, you did so good. And I mean, the chat is blowing up because people are encouraged by what you said. You lifted them up. So you absolutely did a fantastic job. So I'm Mandy Hetzner. I have been in the business now for 4 years. I am a lifetime rank of double diamond, and I have been through the valleys and the mountaintops multiple times, y'all. I'm talking roller coaster ride, you know? But one thing that has truly helped me throughout that is working on my mindset and leaning into those that I can, you know, not only get poured into, but pour into. So, for example, Tara is one of those people, and so many of you on here are those people for me as well. It's about building those connections, and yeah, we are all online and we're probably miles, thousands of miles away from one another, but you can still build those connections. And you never know what kind of connections you're going to build, because it might be those connections that will get you through those valleys so that you can get back to those mountaintops. And don't say, oh, I don't know, will it happen for me? Blah, blah, blah. Because what you believe, you achieve. So if you believe it's not going to happen, guess what? It's not going to happen. You're going to stay in the valley. But if you truly pour into your mindset and start believing that you're worthy of good things, it will happen more and more. And sure, you're going to hit those valleys because, I mean, let me tell you, the enemy tries to get you when you are about to level up. Okay. So you should take that as a compliment. All right. See, okay, enemy, thank you very much. Okay, I will be pushing you aside now, and I will be leveling up. Thank you very much. So you just know you are on the right path. If you feel like, oh man, nothing's working out for me, or this happened, or this happened, dude, I'm telling you, it's for a reason. It's for a reason. It's about to get good. So if you quit now, you're gonna miss out. You're gonna miss out. You think of the analogy like someone's digging for gold, right? And they just keep digging and digging and digging and digging, and they stop. Oh my gosh, you're so exhausted. Like they just dug forever and they're so exhausted. But if you look on the other side of a small layer of dirt, there is the gold. The gold is there. Imagine the gold is there. If you quit now, you're never going to get to it. So I'm just saying, I have been through valleys. I have been through valleys at the end of the year. I have been through a valley at the beginning of the month, last month, April. I lost my diamond leg. She left. Poof, gone. No rhyme, no reason. She gone. I felt defeated. I felt like, why? I cried, but I turned to those that I've built these connections with in this business, that I've formed trust with. And we chatted, and, it was hard. But you know what? I decided, even when that happened, I was not going to let it define the rest of my month, the rest of my year. It wasn't going to define me. My worthiness was not based on that person. My worthiness comes from within. It's me. It's not dependent on other people. Okay? So what I did is I just put my head down and I went to work. I was consistent, but y'all, I work full time too, in addition to this, and I have two young kids. So I don't have tons of free time. Consistency matters. Whether you're able to do 10%, 20%, 50, 100%, it doesn't matter. Do something, because it counts. It builds on it one another, and it counts. Last month, I had one of the biggest months I've had in a long time, even though someone left my team. Someone big left my team. I had the biggest month. I signed 3 distributors and 16 perks members. Y'all, that's big for me. That's big for me. I'm not a mass enroller. You know what? I decided, you know what? Nope, the enemy is not going to get me. He's not going to win. Okay. And worthiness. So Jamie Kern Lima's Worthy. If you don't have it, get it. Jamie Kern Lima, Worthy. They also have audiobooks. I'm just going to briefly go through some of the lies we might tell each other, or one another, not each other, ourselves. Lies we tell ourselves that we need to unlearn. Okay. So lie number one: My weight impacts my worth. So, we're talking about physical appearance, right? Don't be like, oh, I have to wait until I get to this, you know, amount of pounds lost before I post my before and after picture or whatever. No, your weight does not impact your worth. I should only be seen when I'm happy. We have real life. Real life happens. And sure, we're gonna have the highlight reel that's featured a lot, but every once in a while, it's okay to be vulnerable because that builds those connections with other people. I might not outright tell people in my feed what's going on, but I might post a quote that really spoke to me and what I'm going through. And so it's okay to be vulnerable. Um, Another lie we tell ourselves, I don't deserve better. I don't know who said negative to you in your life, whether it was growing up, whether it's your parents, a teacher, your grandparents, a friend, whoever poured negative to you, cast that out of your mind, cast that out of your life. That is not your worth. You do deserve better. And another lie, I don't have anything special to offer. Every single one of you has something special to offer. You do. You are here for a reason. Like Tara said, you are here for a reason. This opportunity was brought into our lap for a reason. Okay. You are here to impact people's lives, not just to sell product. You're here to build connections, get people through hard times, get yourself through hard times. It will happen. Another thing we need to unlearn, I need to please them to love me. No, no, love you first. And don't worry about people pleasing because that doesn't get anybody anywhere. All that gets you is feeling defeated. So pour into yourself and love you first. Another thing we need to unlearn, if I stand out, I'll get kicked out. I'm telling you, there's going to be people that you've known for 20 plus years that are going to be like, oh my God, blah, 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 and speaking negative over you because you're posting about whatever. You know what? I don't think Susie, that you've known for 25 years, really is your friend. I'm sorry, because if she was, she would be cheering you on and pouring life into you. So you just really need to check your circle and who is truly rooting for you and who is secretly hating you behind your back. Okay, just keep moving forward. I'm an imposter and not enough on my own. I Joel and Steph have said this. Everybody has the imposter syndrome, right? Like you don't feel worthy of good things, and so you just feel like you're a fake, a phony. We've all been through it. I've been through it. I still have to check myself, but you are absolutely worthy of being successful, leveling up. Don't let whatever negative thoughts in your mind, tell you otherwise. Another thing we need to unlearn, if I'm me, I won't be loved. No, if you're you, you're going to attract the people that speak to you, that are you, that connect with you. Don't pretend to be somebody you're not, because then you're going to draw on people that are not like you, that don't fit your mindset, that don't mesh with you. And then you're going to be enrolling people that aren't meant for your circle. You know what I mean? So be yourself, be your authentic self. That is who you need to show up as every day. And then labels are permanent. Labels are not permanent. They're just words. They're just words. They're words unless you put value to those words. They're just words. People are going to call you names. They might. They might be people you don't even expect. But I'm telling you, it's wrong. You are made for more. You are highly favored. You are unstoppable. You are unbreakable. So start acting like it, okay? I'm telling you, you all have it in you. You just need to start and stay consistent. There's no secret sauce. Like Tara said, it's consistency. Always, 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 always consistency. All right, Tara.
Yes,
What you got?
there is definitely no secret sauce. And last week I was like thinking to myself, I'm like, isn't happening for me. Like there needs to be some new secret sauce that I don't know that I'm not doing. Like, where's the secret sauce? And there is there is no secret sauce. I remember back in 2019, um, I drove like what? Okay, yeah, quiet, quiet. Um, I drove like 3.5 hours on a Friday night to an It Works event, 2019 in the fall. It was such a long ride, and it was an event that Pam Sauter was going to be at. I don't know if anybody who's been at the company for a long time, she's one of the founders of the company. Um, so I drove all the way from like southern Massachusetts up to like the top of Maine. Um, and she was there, and I left so early. Like I was one of the first people there at the event, and I sat in my car for like over an hour just waiting so I could go in. And I hadn't signed any distributors yet. I was brand new. I sucked. I had no clue what I was doing. Um, and I had really no upline. Like my enroller quit. So I just felt like really, really hopeless. Like I had people above me to help me, but like I didn't have what I felt that I needed. So I got in there. I was like, I got front row. I was like so excited. Like, ooh, Pam Sauter. All right. She was so good. It was like, that was like a night that I'll never forget. But it came time to asking questions. And I'm like, oh, in the front row, she's like right in front of me. And I like raised my hand to ask a question. And I was like, how do I sign distributors and customers? And she's like, what do you mean? I'm like, I can't sign people. Like, what do I need to do and what do I need to say to get people to sign up as distributors? And she's like, no, nothing. She's like, you just need to become a magnet. And she talked about kind of like you want to become a magnet and do all the things to attract these people to you. And once you become a magnet, then those people are going to come to you. And here I was, like, I wasn't too deep into self-development yet then, or the law of attraction. So I'm driving back home so pissed off, like the whole ride home. That I got there, I got to ask a question, and then she tells me to be a magnet. And I'm like, what type of advice is that? Like, that was horrible. Like, I wanted to know a script or what to say or what to do. But like looking back on it, that is the best advice that I've ever gotten in my entire life. And at the moment when I got the advice, I thought it was the worst. But it's so true because you don't need any secret sauce. You don't need any certain message. You don't need a certain photo or post or video because you can never say the wrong thing to the right person. All you need to do is just attract that right person. The right person isn't going to say no, no matter what you say. So keep on just focusing on becoming that magnet and becoming what you want to be in what you need to be for other people and becoming your best self. And when you're becoming your best self, you're going to attract all those things that you've been feeling like you're just running on a hamster wheel for. It's going to just start coming to you full force. And literally, so this was like September, and by I think, and I still didn't really do anything. I was barely Ruby conference in January. And then I went to conference. It was just so life changing. Like Mark had us a quote. This was conference 2020, right before COVID. Mark had us like close our eyes and like envision our future and just like envision all these steps and all these things. And like tears are rolling down my face. It was like emotional. But literally right after that, I went from barely Ruby to Diamond in like a month and a half, 2 months. So I promise you, like, so much can change. So much can change, and so much can change so quickly. Yes. And two, your best friends, like Christina, like she joined my team in 2020, and she's been with me forever. And she came from a host post. You guys got to do host post. You're going to meet the people that you need on your team. You're going to meet your best friends, all of that. Like, uh, and not even doing host post. Like, I met Mandy. Like, Mandy's somebody who I talk to and like tell some things that like I wouldn't even tell anybody. Like, and I can just so freely talk to. So you're going to meet. If you haven't met those people yet through doing this, like I hope so much like you find and meet those people soon because I'm getting teary. Like having those people, it's like the greatest thing ever because sometimes like it's me pushing to help my team and my friends that I care about so much because sometimes like that's like the trigger that we really need. Oh, I love you too. Now I'm gonna cry. Um, and I'm so glad. And even too, also, we need to give people grace who aren't working fully their business how they usually are. Everybody has life going on. Sometimes people slow down a little bit. Sometimes people put the gas on the pedal more. But when those people slow down on a little bit, like you got to remember that they're still people. Like they don't change. You got to still be there for those people, still comment on their stuff, still love on them, even if they never even work again. Like still be a good person. But the people who are on your team and aren't fully full force like they were at one time, like just be patient and just hope and pray for them that things will come along if they're supposed to, and because it can make so much of a difference in their life. Um, but just love on everybody, no matter where they're at in their business or anything. Just love on them. So this reminder, like if you have people that you signed up who aren't really working or fell off, like go to their page and comment on some of their posts or something, or message them and say like, "Hey, how are you?" Because those people who are meant to be with you, like they end up coming back around. And you just gotta attract it like a magnet. Okay. All right. Do you have anything else to say,
Yeah.
Macy?
That's so good. All right. I love it. This has been amazing. I feel so good. It just really boosted me, you guys. So thank you so much for being on. But just another thing that I forgot to say that is in the Worthy book is rejection is God's protection. So if you're ever feeling like, somebody said no, or somebody left your team, or whatever happened, rejection is God's protection. And so it happened for a reason. You don't know the reason yet, but it is for a good reason. So just keep going, keep pushing. You got this. And as long as you don't give up, you will get to that mountaintop again, okay? I promise.
The only failure is if you give up. Okay, everybody, thanks so much for getting on. And
Thanks.
let's push it through the rest of the night if we can. Get out some more messages, follow up with some more people, and let's have an amazing month of May because a lot can change really quickly.
Yes.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.